Hi there. This is Dr. Hugo Gonzales, clinical psychologist from COPZ. We continue our series of conversations in relation to couples therapy. Today, we are going to talk about projective identification in couples. Projective identification was first introduced by Melanie Klein. And projective identification is developmentally grounded in the mother-baby relationship. It is an exchange communicative system in which the infant reaches mother for nurturance and protection, and the mother responds by identifying with that need and acting on that need. In any close relationships, such as parents and children, friends and couples, parts of the self may unconsciously be forced onto the other person. Frequently, the unconscious part is an unwanted part of ourselves. In many cases, projective identification may be unconsciously used as a defensive mechanism, communicating a primitive aspect of ourselves, a path for psychological change, or getting rid of unwanted part of the self in order to control the other person, object, or partner. In other words, partner projects a disclaimed part of oneself onto the other partner, and the other unconsciously takes this disclaimed part of as if they belong to themselves. Let's illustrate this by an example. Let's look at the couple Linda and Gordon. Gordon feels that he's putting on weight, and he's embarrassed about that and tells Linda, "It looks like you are putting on weight." Let's consider the hypothesis that Linda is quite fit and looks after herself very well. However, this statement from Gordon makes her feel sad and guilty as she starts to think that she's actually becoming overweight. This is, in very simple terms, how the projective identification allows Gordon to get rid of negative feelings within himself and places them on Linda with great relief from discomfort. Remember, all this process is occurring unconsciously. The couple therapist must first capture couples' raw experience of projective identification in the form of feelings, thoughts, impulses, urges, and fantasies that are shared in the relationship and during therapy. Identifying couples' identification, projective identification, leads therapists to share with the couple these insights that may have a significant impact on the couple's interaction to each other. Thank you for